Hey everybody, it's Shark Scrapper. Those of you that have been around my channel for a little while, even just a short while, will recognize this backdrop. Kinda. Usually it's a lot messier. Usually there's a big cart with a lot of stuff stacked on it. And over here there's piles of crates full of stuff. Well, you can see it's pretty empty right now. That's because I'm done. I'm done scrapping as a hobby. But don't be concerned. Because what that really means is that I'm taking the next step. And I'm taking Shark Scrapper to the level of a professional metal recycling company. I'm going through the process of getting registered with the state of Florida, getting all my licenses that I need to have to be able to do this as what's referred to as a secondary metal recycler in the state of Florida. That allows me to handle what are called controlled items. You've heard me talk about only being able to bring in 2 lead acid batteries, not being able to sell catalytic converters and such. Well, once I'm registered and licensed as a secondary metal recycler, I can do all of that without restriction. Now there's bureaucratic overhead associated with doing this, and there's costs associated with doing this. But then again, there's also going to be tax advantages and financial advantages of not being handcuffed on what I can scrap and not scrap. I invite you to join me on this journey as I become a professional in the world of scrapping and recycling. And to start out, here's the big reveal. A little bit sticky, double door. Oh, it's a big empty space. And this big empty space is now the shark cage. The Shark Scrapper now has a real, no kidding place to do his work. All right, we're gonna get things laid out, get prepped, ready to bring stuff in, and then start getting to work. All right, so here's the plan. We'll come in the door, that's a 4-foot door. We come in and I have roped off or blocked off with tape the traffic path. And so what'll happen is when we come in the door, the inbound computers and electronic stuff goes here. Inbound appliances go back here. This area here will be the central processing area. There's our electricity right there. So workbench and tools will be here. And then this part where I'm standing right now, let me walk up to the processing area. That will be outbound smalls. There'll be shelves there, and then, bins for outbound smalls. Outbound larger stuff, like the computer shelves and such, will be staged here. So computers come in and get inbounds go here. Then we come to where I'm standing right now to process at the workbench and tools. Outbound shells and stuff get stacked here or over here with the smalls all along there. That minimizes the amount of back and forth that I have to do. There's a certain amount that's going to happen, but we'll probably stage bins here while I'm working and then store the material across there. And then the appliances like the washing machines, microwaves, dryers come in. Their inbound path takes them along here where they'll get stored. Then we process them there and over here where I'm at with the outbound shells and material getting staged there. So the heavy stuff goes all the way back, the lighter material. Or should I bring the heavy stuff, put the heavy stuff along here, process it and stage the lighter outbound there. Well, we'll play around with that a little bit. I'm thinking I want to put the inbound material, large like appliances and stuff, over here. The whole idea of having this space is that I don't have to rush to break things down. So I think by staging material back there, I have the ability to take things over here, process it, and then move it out. So that's my plan. Now this area here, I'm setting aside. This is going to be reserve space for some storage, long-term storage, strategic materials, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to violate that, with the exception of the long-term storage stuff that I'm going to put there. So we'll see what that turns into. All right, so that's our plan. That's our layout. Now I need to start bringing in my workbenches, my chest, my workbenches, my storage racks and bins and things like that to get ready for the materials. Here we see one of the advantages of my new arrangement. There's the Sharkmobile. I'm inside the building and I can load directly into the space. Truck right into the door. Welcome everybody to the Shark Cage. This is going to be some initial recording of me testing my layout and process. So appreciate all of your comments as you see things that I can do to make my layout more efficient. We come in the door. You can see over here as you come in the door to the right, your left, I have some towers staged. I'm going to break some of these down as a test run right now to see how well that works. As we pan over and down a little bit, we have some more electronics staged and some of the brass and stainless. As we move into this part over here, we have stuff that needs to get broken down. We have satellite feed horns. We have some fans back there and a microwave that need to get broken down. Some ballast lights. Those are broken down. Items of shred that are ready to get picked up and taken out to the truck. All the way in the back, we have aluminum gutters. What I'm going to need to do is build some sort of cage or holder for those so that they're standing upright instead of just laying on the floor like that. That shouldn't be too terribly difficult. You know, I find lots of wood, so some 2x4s, and that we should be able to knock that together pretty quickly and probably not cost me anything. I can find the wood, I can find the screws, I've got the tools. We continue around the room in a counterclockwise fashion. This is a strategic storage area. So right now I got to move that stuff, but one of those bins is silver plated. All right, now as we continue around, we're in the tools section now. You might recall these from a short. These were some medical instruments medical stands that I picked up. These three, I think, are going to be particularly useful. I'm going to mount my grinder wheel on this one. I'm going to mount my wire stripper on that one. My vise will go on this one. And then I can move those around to the locations that I need them when I'm working on stuff. So, and those bases are good, solid bases with locking casters. So I think I'm going to be fine. I'll do some test runs on those to see how that works out. The metal toolbox that I found not too long ago, unfortunately I didn't realize it when I picked it up, but it's got a bum wheel. That one caster on the corner is broken and the metal is bent in, so I don't know if that's going to remain as keep life. I haven't tried to see how hard it's going to be to fix it. Certainly if it's an easy fix, it'll stay with me because that's something I'll be able to make use of. But if it's too problematic, it can go away. We have a lot of material that I need to get better organized. This is stuff that came from multiple storage locations that are now in the one place. So This was part of my problem. I had stuff scattered between different locations. It was hard to keep up with what I had where. Now I have it all in one place. The file cabinets I use for storing some small higher end stuff. So I've got one of those drawers is copper bearing material, another one is CPUs, another one is small brass bits, silver mylars. And then as the little tubs fill up, then I know I've got a reasonable amount to either sell off to board sort or now the new refiner that Mike introduced me to. And then of course you see my racks that I put in. I'm going to be bringing in some more racks for storage because I need to keep separated those things that are going to be for resale versus those things that are going to go as straight recycled materials. Scrap. My plan for resale is if it looks like it's a resellable item, it goes up on the various markets. I'll give it a month, 2 months, something like that. We'll see. And then it's going to get scrapped. Well, everybody, we have a lot of work to do. And when I say we, I do mean we. Yeah, okay, I'm the one who's actually going to be doing the work, but all of you are going to help me. Okay, maybe not all of you, but those of you that want to, I want you to help me. Many of you have shops that you've worked in, that you've put together, that you've grown into. Some of you specifically designated and designed a space for it. Some of you just used what you had. Certainly that's what I've been doing for the last 6-7 years. This is a huge step for me. 900 square feet. I know it's nothing compared to the size of a board sort or something like that. I'm not there yet. So, all of you that have thoughts and comments about how I can use this space, how I can lay things out, please, please, please go ahead and leave your comments down below however you want to comment on stuff. If you would like to go into more detail than the comments might allow, feel free to email me at sharkscrapper@gmail.com and leave your thoughts there. Just send me drawings if you want, which is, an email will be really good for that. I'll be happy to send you the dimensions to this place and let you play around with it. I certainly geeked out and drew it all out on an engineering design board and mapped out flows for things that I think are going to work. I greatly appreciate your thoughts as well and your experiences as you were laying out your shops, your facilities, to what extent that you have. We are going to have a lot of fun on this journey. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun. I hope you will have a lot of fun as well joining me on this journey as we put the shark cage together and we take this business to its next logical steps. Hey everybody. Well, like I said when I was in the shark cage, I've got a lot of work to do and a long way to go. But I'd like to take just a minute right now and send out a couple of thank yous to some folks who have been instrumental in bringing me to this stage in my development. First and foremost, it's got to be e-waste Ben. Ben, I don't think even you appreciate how important you've been to bringing me here. Your early videos teaching about scrap, e-waste scrap, and how to get at things helped set the curiosity and helped take me to that next level of scrapping that I was kind of waffling around about. And then your emails and your encouragement and even your patience in my early disaster of a first channel have been instrumental. I'm not even going to mention the name of that one. Ben, thank you so much for everything that you've done for the scrapping community and personally for me for helping me to get here. The early folks in this business of YouTube scrapping, Moose Scrapper and Bob from Gill Skills, the scrapping dude, you guys not only provided educational, informative YouTube videos for us, but you taught me that we can and should make this fun at the same time that it's educational. You guys have been very influential. You're always going to be a part of what has shaped the Shark Scrapper channel, and I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all more as we keep moving this niche, this community forward. What can I say? But thank you to Erewhon from New Zealand. You took that early picture of my shark sign where I blotted out swim at own risk and put in scrap at own risk, and you turned it into some wonderful nuances and twists to this logo. You created the tribal shark with the mask. You created holiday shark scrapping banners and thumbnails. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you've taken so much time to put together some really wonderful twists to the Shark Scrapper logo. And I look forward to all of your future creative endeavors whenever you get bored and have some time. Little inside joke there. As I became more of a professional, more business-like in this, I started to engage with folks that were in the industry. So I want to thank Tom from the iScrap app and Chris from boardsort.com. You guys have been very valuable to me. I really appreciate all the information that you've shared with me, and I look forward to working with you as we move forward in a more B2B kind of way. My local yards, all the guys, whether it was, I'm not even going to say the name of the yards, but I want to thank all of you. In the very beginning, you guys were years ago showing me, and some of you know who you are, were showing me the differences in the types of aluminum and copper and all that kind of stuff. And you've helped me to be better at what I'm doing and be able to share information with my channel. Which brings me to all of you, my viewers, the folks that tune in a couple times a week to watch these videos, to share your time with me. And that's the most important quantity that any of us can have, is our time. I thank all of you. You guys have helped this channel grow, help it become something that is more fun and more interesting. I would still scrap because I just love this, and it's a commitment that I have to our planet to try to give back. But having the fun that I have with all of you on my YouTube channel just makes it so much more exciting and fun. The comments and the exchanges of ideas and the things that you have taught me as well, it's great. I can't thank you enough for all of that, and I look forward to even more of it with some, little twists and nuances now that I'm going to take this into the business world and I start sharing not only the street scrapping and the e-waste, but some of the business issues around scrapping industry. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you're going to enjoy it as well. Finally, I want to thank my dear wife, Kelly. You have been a rock. You've been so patient and so understanding as I have morphed into this business side of the scrapping and recycling industry. You have always stood there with me. You have always propped me up. You've also come up with some really good ideas. I mean, folks, my wife Kelly is the one who came up with the idea of calling the new place the Shark Cage. She's awesome. She's got a brain that is just fantastic. She's beautiful, and I am so in love with her. It's not even funny. Kelly, honey, thank you for being with me on this journey so far, and I look forward to sharing this journey as we progress even further. All right, everybody, like I said, I got a lot of work to do, and it's probably time to shut up and get to it. So come on, let's dive in and get going.